Hello everybody and welcome back to Okami. In the last episode, we got the bloom technique from from the next brush god. I know that we skipped a lot in the last one because I was running out of time on the video, but we're gonna come back and start with a battle with these guys, who are once again just trying to enjoy a nice little gathering with all their friends, and then we just come by and just wreck them. I kind of feel bad for these guys. Boom. There we go. Last one. So the last time we did this, there was an island tried to come up, and now we're gonna see that we can actually get the island now. Like, this place had so much just evil in it that we couldn't even bring this island back after beating the enemies once. Nice thing about the bloom technique is that there are trees like that all over the, like, pretty much everywhere. They're all over the game where you can use bloom to make them get back to life and then also give you some praise. But the nicer thing is that you can do it for these clovers, which give you a lot more praise than the trees do. Well, I say a lot more, and then I only got 5. But as you get further into the game, you get a lot more praise for the clovers, especially if you find them in hidden places, because once you find them in a hidden place, it gives you a little bit of a boost. Like, I remember at one point in time, you get 40 praise just from one clover. I forgot what it was called for a second there. So, what I'm doing now, though, is something that I would have to do for every game that I would play, even if I continued this game after I completed it. I would have to do this every single time if I wanted to have all of the available sun fragments possible. Oh, and here we go. Now it's night. I think this is the first time we've actually played the game during night. It's not too terribly much different, but there are certain parts in the game where you have to have it either night or it has to be day or something like that, because it more depends on, like, who is out and about, because most of the people are in their homes when it's nighttime, as most people are in real life, but... No, I didn't. That's why. So this item that we're about to get is affecting your health. There are a total of 5, I think, solar units that you can get by collecting 15 of these. You obtained Sun Fragment. Collect 3 of these bright fragments to extend solar energy by 1 unit. So these do not carry over into the next game. They're actually something where if you want to have every single available solar fragment, you have to go through and collect them every time. So, personally, I don't really care much for going back through and getting them. Besides, in the game, once you've beaten it, if you go back through a second time to play it, you get to keep all of your weapons except for the final weapon that you can get in each category. So in that sense, you can start off the game with a way stronger weapon than you normally would. Oh. I don't know if I have enough to upgrade yet. No, I do not. I'm almost there, though. Alright, there we go. Okay, that's a new brush technique in the bag. Now, Ami, before you get all excited and forget what you're supposed to do, I have an important tip for you. Ready? Okay then. If you have ever forgotten what to do next, press the F1 to open the fan menu and take a look at the logbook. You'll find your journal there. Hey, Ami. What about that withered guardian sapling on the outer field? I bet you could revive it too. And by bringing back that guardian sapling back to life, we might be able to lift the curse there too. Your journal is a record of important dialogue you've heard. It shows all the important info you have in that furry little head. Just dig up info by the way I showed you, and you'll be able to recall important things. Your adventure will be a lot easier if you remember this. Also, remember first things first. Okay, let's get going. Now this guy looks confused. Freaky. It looks like the river suddenly cleared up. Did I see Susanna whizzing past here a little while ago? But surely it wasn't him who cleaned up the river, was it? Nah, that wouldn't make any sense. Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot where the guardian sapling was. Oh, for a minute there. So, as I'm sure you just noticed, I got sucked in, or the scroll started following me. So, the scrolls will always follow you to try to get you into battle. It doesn't usually take too long, especially at the beginning, to do battles, and besides, it does give you more money, so it's not too bad to do it. But they can sometimes be pretty dang annoying when you're just trying to go from point A to point B and you got a million of them on your tail. Quite literally, considering I'm a puppy. There. Hopefully we won't get any more by the time we get to the guardian sapling. Alright, let's go. And time to make the tree pretty. I love these scenes. They're so pretty. So many colors. It is also nice how these trees give you so much praise. Wow, that nasty cursed zone is completely gone. The plants and animals are back. And just feel that fresh breeze. Now that's what I call great divine intervention. If you keep an eye on... if you keep on dispelling the evil curse like this, I bet the gods of nature will lend you their powers. I care so much. Hey, that's Sakuya's tree, isn't it? Maybe she perked up because you revived a guardian sapling. Well, we could stop by and see her later. I mean, we're kinda on a roll here. How about we take a look around Shinshu Field first? You've been gone 100 years, right? A good run around the place will do you some good. You obtained Fleeing Battle. Scroll drawn by wandering artists contain useful information. Fleeing the battle is nice if you are on kind of a run from point A to point B and you don't really feel like being in a battle, or if you just in general don't feel like being in a battle. It is nice, but honestly, if you're not really in a hurry, you might as well just do it, because no matter how many times you play through this game, you're gonna need money, because there's always parts where you could use some extra items, or you could go buy one of the final weapons that you want. But I mean, if you got all the upgrades you want and you don't feel like it, hey, who am I to judge? Solar unit it is. So usually with these, I usually do with whatever is the cheapest to upgrade. It's more dependent on how you want to do the playthrough, that it just kind of is a judgment call at that point, but personally, the two most important ones are these, the solar units and the ink pots, because the ink pots get annoying when you run out of them. And solar units obviously are, you know, your health, so you kind of need that. Whoa! What's up with this old gate? I don't like the looks of it. It's just teeming with evil power. I can feel it. Still, you being a god at all, we can't just ignore it. What do you think, my furry friend? We going through it or what? Sure. And we got bad guys. Up. You thought you were gonna hit me, but you're not. I was kind of hoping that that power slash was actually gonna go through the other guy too. These battles definitely don't leave you time for just kind of pacing around. I mean, obviously some of the... If you're just battling the green guys and you're just kind of like, hey, I just want to walk around for a sec or collect these items, then it's not too bad. But some of the other enemies, especially when you get further into the game, do not give you a break. They just come at you and they do not stop. So that's it. Those things are gateways to monster lairs. I've heard of such gates before. They're called devil gates. Those monsters got a lot of nerve building things like that. Let's tear them down wherever we find them. Okay. I mean, like I said, I'm a god and all. Can't just ignore it. Got the vengeance slip. I just realized I didn't read that. So vengeance slips, what they do is they protect you for a short amount of time. So, like, if you go into an enemy's battle and you don't have a lot of godhood, or you just don't have a lot of health, or if you are worried about the battle, you can bring one of those things up and it will protect you from any hits for a short amount of time. It's like 2, maybe 3 minutes, which in battle, that's a pretty long time. Whoa, what happened? There. Let go of the control key, but it just didn't let go of the paint or the scroll or whatever you want to call it. Good. One more with the guitar. Okay. All the guitars are down, and it basically makes them the same thing as the green guys. Speaking of the green guys, take care of this one real quick. Here we go. So, the guy that's across the way, he was mentioning before we went into Hana Valley, that he had a workshop. Well, there it is. Must have been taken over by a Devil's Gate. Off we go. So there's a couple places on here that you have to go. Like if you look at your map, you know, there's a couple circled places. The one to the right of the right half of the map where it's looking like a little house. That one you can only do at nighttime, and there's a certain... Oops. Cut it out! I'll play with you later! Lay off the guy, Furball! Can't you see his suffering? Ow! What's going on, Ida? Oh, the Dangan Express never trips up. I've fallen, and I can't get up! Maybe. Must be a curse. He's fallen and he can't get up. You should be on one of those life alert shows. Commercial, whatever. Express messenger item. I don't have time for falling over. People are waiting for mail! Those monsters must have set some kind of trap for me as a joke. Darn it! I knew I should have brought a traveler's charm. Hey, Pooch! That's a traveler's charm you've got there, isn't it? You offered traveler's charm. Oh yes. I feel so light, my body feels as light as a feather. Thanks, Pooch, you saved me. Can't hang about. Gotta catch up on my deliveries. And there he goes. It's a great running style. Wish I could run like that. And here's another Devil's Gate. I mean, in most areas, you're gonna find Devil's Gates, but usually there's only about 3 or 4 in each area. In this area, there happens to be 4, which is a little bit less common than if there were to be 3. I might be wrong on that, actually. I know that there's Devil's Gates in every area. I just can't quite remember if there's only 3 or if there's usually 4. Well, either way. Got all these guys down. I just gotta take care of the drummer. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one I actually got pretty lucky. He kept going down every single time I would hit him with third strike. Usually they jump back and you can't hit him that 3rd time because they'll try to launch something at you that's pretty hard-hitting attack. It's never fun. It's never fun to be hit with that attack. So, as far as feeding the animals, they do give you praise, but the problem with them is that they don't really give you a lot of praise. I mean, don't get me wrong, they do give you a good chunk, but it's more dependent on how many they are or how big the animal is. Like, if you give the horse some of the herbs, whatever you want to call them, then they will give you more. They'll give you more praise than feeding rabbits. Although there is an achievement for the PC version, anyways, to feed all the animals. So hey, maybe it's worth it. Oh, the guy was down. There we go. Oh, there's another drummer. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've actually gotten really lucky with all the drummers. They haven't jumped back up. They've all been falling down after I hit them. And now we got a lake. These places are pretty important. Huh? What a pretentious sign. Ami, this here's a dojo. It's where people can come to learn sword fighting and martial arts. But who knows if they'll train you here? Maybe if you're good Wolfie, they'll teach you a trick or two. It's never too late for an old dog to learn new tricks. Well, what do we have here? Looks like we have an adorable lupine visitor. My name is Onigiri Sensei, and this is my dojo. Fighting Master Onigiri Sensei. What business could a wolf like yourself have at a dojo like this? Certainly you haven't come to study the fighting arts with yours truly. Learn a new combat move? Yes, please. I like the cut of your jib, my furry friend. I'd very much like to while away the hours at play with you, but I'm afraid that this place is far too dangerous for creatures like you. That is, of course, unless you can cover the training fee. I can. I want this. Why can't I get it? Is it because it's too... yeah, that's because I don't have enough money. Darn it. Demon Fangs. So this one is telling you to press F to insult foes and get Demon Fangs. Demon Fangs are severely valuable. They give you some of the most important items, and those items, aside from a select few, carry over to the next game, and it's really worth taking the extra time to do those just to be able to get it. But I think right now I'm just gonna get the reflector. I'll be a monkey's uncle. You got the cash, have you? I see. I suppose I have no choice. I'll do as you wish and follow you to enroll in my dojo. Ah! Whoa! That's pretty terrifying. I don't ever want to be able to do that, like, when I get old. Although it would be pretty funny to freak people out at the store. Ah! Are you mentally prepared to handle the ultimate challenge? Step inside to test your strength. Okay. Let the lesson begin. We'll practice the Four Winds Reflector technique. Take these tips to heart and remember them as we train. Four Wind Reflector technique tips. First, press left mouse button to begin attack. Press left mouse button rapidly in a succession. Time it well. Repeat until you connect four I don't know what I was trying to read. Consecutive reflector hits. This combo makes a short work of enemies. This... I don't know what's wrong with me in reading today. This combo makes short work of enemies and looks good too. Well, did you understand? Did you understand the explanation? Yes. Ah, very well then. I'll grant you this technique scroll. Check it when you forget what it means to be a warrior. You obtain technique scroll. Understand it with your body as well as your mind. On guard! Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through this. It's basically... it's just hitting it 4 times. And he tells you good job, and then at the end of it, after you do it like about 50 times, he gives you a little bone that heals you. So I'm going to end this episode here. I'm going to keep doing this off screen so that way you guys don't have to sit through this. But leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave me a dislike if you didn't. If you want to see more content like this, I'm trying to get into the habit of uploading daily. So please subscribe to me if you want to see more. Other than that, you guys have a great time. Bye!